All my times I've always been surrounded by violence, but it was my choice. Don't know what it's like to be scared. All I know, you live and you die. We made our little firm, closer gang, quite family, and you know that 50 of footy can take on 100. I'm just to hurt you, and anything goes. And if you want to moan about it, then f*** off and moan about it. I'm gonna stripe you. Started with security vans. A couple of times I needed the money, one was for fun. And I just remember this loud, arrogant guy who used to shout louder than anybody else who was doing the flyers, and that was you.
Really?
It's over 6'6" myself, 25 years, I'm dead. I needed to go jail.
That really was the medication to get you.
I needed to go jail. I would love to being a gladiator. Because you live and die, right? I was a raving lunatic then. I was on what drug you know it, I was on it. But everywhere I was seeking that validation, that attention, whether it be criminal, whether it be like having a partnership, it was just crazy. Same with Mill, they used to call me the Black Zoro, because I'm guerrilla warfare. Doesn't matter if I get hurt, doesn't matter what I do. If I'm not dead, I'm coming. I'm always gonna come.
Welcome back to the Terry Stone Connection, and today we're joined by my old mate. He goes by the name of MC Flux, MC Free and Easy Flux, headlined many raves events back in the day, but there was a dark side to Cole Thomas, aka MC Flux. He was a notorious football hooligan, and it wasn't Charlton Athletic, it was Crystal Palace. So welcome to the Terry Stone Connection, MC Flux, aka Cole Thomas, in the building.
I ain't gonna give you a clap, you know.
Come on.
It's like I want to walk out. How can you dare mention that name?
No, but I know that you're massive. It's Charlton Athletic, right?
Oh, let's turn it off now. Outside, come on, you. Outside now, come on.
Do you know, as you can tell, I'm not that well versed on football, but you know, some people that are watching this will obviously know you from the sort of football hooligan stuff. Other people know you as, you know, one of the One Nation and probably drum and bass scene's resident MCs back in the day, and up to this present day.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you said that, because I saw you Saturday gone.
Yeah.
I guess you wanted to jump on the mic, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I really wanted to have a go. I was like that. But the problem is, I've forgotten the lyrics, though. It's so long ago.
Hype was actually repeating your lyrics, actually. I think you were going, oh, no.
No, I actually, when I was doing my events, like when I stopped emceeing, he did. I used to say to him, if you don't get on the decks, I'm just not emceeing. And he'd go, oh, I'll get on. But for anybody that doesn't know, let's start where you grew up and, you know, what your sort of childhood and upbringing was like.
Well, my childhood upbringing was, say like obviously the life I lived, but my childhood upbringing was really good. 2 parents, lovely parents, great family, brothers and sisters. We had a really close union, togetherness. There was not any animosity at all with the family, never any arguments. It was smooth, it was lovely, loads of parties, loads of people coming over. God, I can remember growing up, just our house, one goes in, one goes out. So it was brilliant. I had no complaints, absolutely brilliant. And the area, yeah, well, that's Croydon at the time. It was known like partly to be, not now, quiet, not very rough in certain ways, but I guess the area where I mostly hang out or grew up was South Northern Fulton Heath, which is notorious now. But that was my upbringing during the adolescent times.
And what was you like when you was a kid at school? Was you academic or did you just...
Oh, Christ, you're joking, Terry. God, blimey, you couldn't be right off to a scale. I mean, I guess when I'm thinking back, I never podcast with DJ Ron. And at school, I wasn't academic at all. I was quite behind, very dyslexic. And them days, they had no things to put in place to help you educate. You just get sent to a special room, and we done nothing.
I think that was one of the big problems, like growing up in the. How old are you, Flux?
Oh God, I'm 26.
26. I was going to say, because well, there you go. So we're not far apart, right? So growing up in the 70s or the late 60s, you know, if you had dyslexia, ADHD, any of these things which they know about now, you were just banned branded like an attention seeker, a pain in the arse,
Well,
a fool or a div. You know, nobody really sort of thought, well, why is this happening? You know, so they just thought, oh, he's simple or she's simple, or, you know, and then, like you said, go in the special room and all you did in the special room was fuck about. So it didn't really help, did it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, shit, damn, you got it absolutely right. Especially when you touch on attention seeking, which I'll touch on in a second. Just sent to the special room, do what you want to do. Coming like the units, when people get excluded from school now, they go to these units and just left alone and they do what they want.
I was the kid who, I was always in the corner with that fucking dunce out. That was me.
What may as well be, and that's what it is. Hence why attention. I seeked attention any which way possibly. Acting a fool, which I've done a lot. First to say yes, be loud, just getting it all wrong. As long as I got that attention, that was all I aimed for. And even till now, I mean, still suffering today in some way, in some way.
What do you think caused that? Because, like you said, you had a great family, you had a lovely home.
Okay, well, going back to my queen, R.I.P., it wasn't hidden in my family that IU was a favourite. So IU had to manipulate my mum in certain ways by showing love and affection, and my mum showed it back, because it's as simple as that. I loved her, she loved me, and none of us hid it from each other. So I knew that attention I got from a very young age, it was attention I always looked for, or whether it's negative, positive, I was always seeking that validation, that attention. And two, has it played a hindrance to me now as I'm growing up? Massively. As we carry on the podcast, you know, I will relieve what's the attention brought me and how it was played a big negative effect in my life. So it was like, it was difficult. It was a hard one. But everywhere I was seeking that validation, that attention, whether it be criminal, whether it be like with somebody or having a partnership, it was just crazy. It was just crazy.
And with your, you know, the sort of criminal stuff, I mean, did you start fighting at a young age?
Oh, yeah. I think the first major fight I had at school, this dad done a bit of kung fu.
Right. So that's where you started off doing the old wax on, wax off?
Yeah. I got waxed off, all right. It was like, yeah, we're a bit of a gang. You could say we're like, you know when you watch American films, you got the special boys with the jackets on.
You're wearing blue today, so I take it you're Crip, not Blood.
Yeah, well, both of them. Yeah, so, yeah, we're a bit of a gang. And at the time, there was this like sort of like Asian guy. And he had kung fu slippers on like Bruce Lee.
Right.
Like them. And, you know, I must have barged him out the way. You're going to say sorry? Fuck you, I ain't saying sorry to you. Who do you think you are? Do you know who I am? I'm giving it all that.
Do you look at you and he go,
no,
outside?
He didn't. He went like, what the hell's going on there? So I tried to lay him on one, sort of missed him, and then he pulled his stance like that. Oh, mate, he laid me out. First time I ever got knocked out.
Wow.
Laid me out. And I didn't feel anything. I couldn't remember it.
And I take it on your school report, it said you must do better.
That's when I started to do the wax on.
Painting the fence.
Yeah, so it was from there, knowing that I lost the fight, but it felt good. Now that sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? Well, let me give it to you in another way. I've always believed this from a young age. And even now, if you can't have a tear up and not be able to, doesn't mean you have to put your hands up. But I think every man should go through experience of like knowing how to look after themselves or knowing not to be scared. And these are the things what I don't suffer from. I ain't hard. Trust me. Nothing about me is hard. I'm not trained fire. I'm not this, I'm not that. But I don't know what it's like to be fucking scared, excuse my French. I don't know what it's like. Honestly, I don't know what it's like to be scared. All I know, you live and you die. And I've always said, if there was any era I'd like to grow up, it was like, I have a shield and a sword and let's go. You know, like, it's true. I mean, it's been documented once before.
I can see it now. MC Flux, the Thornton Heath Gladiator.
Yeah, it was simple as that. Look, I ain't here to gas up anything. I ain't there to tell a bunch of lies. I would love to being a gladiator. Because you live and die, right?
The only problem is you die a lot quicker when
I probably would as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going off already. I didn't even get to go, yeah.
But I think that, I do feel like in the UK especially, like growing up in the 60s and 70s, you know, there was a big push on, you know, sports and fighting and winning. And it feels like now, you know, they're trying to sort of, the thing is, it's not about winning, it's about taking part. They don't really want men to be men. They don't really want people to learn to defend themselves. And you just sort of think, you know, if you're growing up, you know, you could be just walking down the wrong street at the wrong time and then you bump into the wrong person. And it's not because you're looking for it. It's not because you think you're a tough guy, but, you know, sometimes you could just be in a situation where you need to obviously use, you know, defensive force.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of weird now how the kids what are going to go through and what we went through. And I always say this, I mean, what I went through and the experience was I chose. I wasn't like put on us, which I find that it is with a lot of younger kids now. We, you know, me as an individual, I looked through it. I like it like that. The darker the better. I liked it like that. But I ain't just saying it. I liked it like that. The darker the better. Even now, I mean, I've got my best mate sitting over there, Pete Nice, that is. You know, he's 90'S and everything else. I like it darker like that. And we always discuss, why do you want to be there? Why do you want to be there? Because I like it like that. I don't know why. I just like that feeling where, like, you know, you get that Spider-Man, you get the tingles. I'm serious. Real serious. I just, because I don't have any kids. You know, I'm just me, myself, and I have my great, still have my family, still have my extended friends. But it doesn't matter where I live. I'm all right. Do you understand? Because it doesn't bother me. I'm blind to all that. There might be trouble here, there might be trouble there. Like my niece lives in West Croydon, and West Croydon now, it's like the U Brixton or South London. But it doesn't bother me. I like going there. I like seeing the tenseness. And I see it all the time when I come out of our house. It's just going off here, going off there, with Afghanistans, with the Iranians, with the blacks, with the Eastern Europeans. There's always something going on. And still now, even though I'm older and I should know better, I get excited. I go, oh, look at this, come on. Let's go for some of this. But I'm not affiliated with none of that.
Right.
But all my times, I've always been surrounded by violence. But it was my choice.
Right.
I wasn't caught up in it. It was my choice. I chose to be that.
I love that. Choose violence.
Yeah, I did. That's what. Okay, I must have interviewed a lot of people who's been into football violence. Okay, so I support Crystal Palace. Not known to be a top firm. Quite be so-called a laughing stock. But I love this word when they say this word. The striping Nigels, they call us.
Right.
And I said, that's what we fucking are. I'm a striping Nigel. You come to me, I'm going to fucking stripe you.
I love that.
And that's serious. I mean, Peter, there was an incident, was it? There was many incidents.
Right.
There's two I'm going to touch on because I don't want to be touching
So
on.
I need to ask you, just before we get into this, right? Did you go to Crystal Palace as a kid? Did your dad take you? Or did it something you found later on in life?
No, I was brought up right about 2 minutes near the ground.
So that was your team by default?
Yeah, sort of thing. It was. Because, you know, at school, kind of favoured Man United.
Right. And
sooner or later, I think, I was about 11, 12. And I was like 2 minutes from the ground.
Right.
And I was coming from somewhere, and there's football on, but he was neither here or there with me. And I looked up the road, and it's a hill, and a lot of people running downwards, and there's a lot of fans running upwards. And I see a little bit of tear up going on. Just mad people, I just remember seeing mad people with long gone hair, flares, right? Sooner or later, I don't know, the Middlesbrough front line. Absolutely pauperising the Palace boys. It looked like a scary movie. And all I was just thinking, I went, oh my God, what's this going on?
Where do I audition?
Yeah, seriously, where do I audition? It looks good. It just turned me on.
Right.
Like you're going to have sex.
Right.
And I mean serious. I just felt this feeling at a young age. I want something. I want to be part of this.
So football hooliganism to you was your sex?
Yeah. And once again, my mate Pete Nice would validate that. It was. There's some crazy stories. I'm going back and forth. Even when I came a professional MC, there's times I found I got a football meet and I was coming back from countries and I was getting, I've got to have this tear up, I've got to have this tear up. This DJ looking at me, jumping Jack Frost, I'll say, Flux, what are you doing? He goes, I've got to tear up with QPR. This, you know what I mean? He goes, you get excited? Okay, yeah. Landed at Heathrow, couldn't wait to get down to Shepherd's Bush. That's what it meant to me. That's how stupid I was. I'm not trying to justify it. That's how I thought.
Wow.
So coming back to like Palace now, when people used to taking the piss of thinking, you know, we wasn't known. It was a laughing stock.
Right.
But we made it damn sure during our time, that laughing stock went. And a lot of clubs, we turned over, and I won't mention it, wouldn't put their hands up to Palace. You've got that muggy team what you keep talking about when you came in about Charlton. Muggiest firm I've ever known in my life. Overrated.
That's why
I don't put it saying now. So any Charlton support come on now, yeah, you're a muggy firm. You're the muggiest firm I've ever known. Overrated, nothing to you. Pulverised them. Yeah, we've taken on too. We made our little crew called the Dirty 30. There's many other firms.
50-50.
There was Nifty 50. There's a Wilton Arms. There was South Croydon.
The Wilton Arms, I remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you came down and done an interview in there. Yeah, that was our boys' fan and that was our pub. Yeah, we made our little firm, and I think we took it from the good crew, the Naughty 40, closer gang, quite family, and you know that 50 or 40 can take on 100. Now when people talk about the 80s, I got a discrepancy about that. Cool, I'm going to pay all the main crews respect. But 300 to 300, is that going to be a really good tear-up? Because I've seen it. I've been involved in it. All you're just doing is back and forth, maybe a punch going. You take 20 onto 20, 30 onto 30, you're having a fucking tear-up. You're getting involved, mate. You have to get involved. So that's why we wanted it, and that's how it was.
Right. So it was literally the top boys versus the top boys.
Well, if the top boys came, it was mostly the games boys. If you're game, it's not about being hard. It's about being game. It's about being like, you're like me, I'm like you. You're not going nowhere, I'm not going nowhere. We're staying. We're getting turned over, you're getting turned over. It's like that.
Did you actually like the football, though? Or was it more about, I watched the football, but I want to fucking smash someone's face in?
Yeah, I love Crystal Palace. That's why they're there. I love my team. They mean everything to me. But I want you to represent my area.
Do you want to see my Charlton toe? I'm joking.
Flux, you got to remember, it was a time you couldn't avoid it as well. When you go to football, you couldn't avoid violence.
Yeah, you couldn't avoid it. It's Peter's right. It was unavoidable. But hence why I want to say about this my vision and my view from what I want to say about the football. It was everything to me. It mattered. It made my Saturday. It made, excuse my French again, it made my cock go hard.
Right.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter whether it be Millwall, whether it be Portsmouth 57 crew, whether it be the front line, whether it be service crew, whether it be the Zulus, you name it, we were game. But here's the fucked up controversial thing. These firms, because they had that A's in the names, and they hear Palace, they go, who the fuck's Palace? I'm thinking, yeah, you know who Palace. The only crew will put their hands up and said, we like gave them a good turnover. Well, Leicester, the baby squad. I'm like, do you know when you get that? We went to Derby to do the Looney squad. What's the firm again called? Derby?
DLF,
yeah.
Derby.
But they didn't turn up because they didn't think, well, who's Palace? So we went, we need this. We're the firm. So we said, fuck this. We go Leicester. Called it on with Leicester. Called it on with their squad. He said, you sure you're coming? I said, we be there. We'll be there. So the phone kept going off with us and thinking, where are you? Thinking, right, they must be, I know they're game, but they really can't wait for us. So one of our lieutenants was going, we got there and we're sitting in a bar and the phone's ringing and one of our lieutenants ringing, I don't know about this one, you know. I don't know if it's going to work. And then our main guy gave a medieval speech, you know, like a king's speech before you go to war. We all stood up. You know, you just sparked up and went, this is it. Come on then, let's go find them. So we were walking back and there's like, three of us, we saw like a pile of them flying down, like diving down. Make the fucking 9 thing. And I thought, no, I am. I've always carried a little blade on me somehow. That's the way I was. And I'll tell you why I was like that. I ain't got no time to fuck about. Because if anybody knows about football, especially in the later years, you can get hurt. And I took it serious. I wasn't interested about having a drink with you afterwards. I wasn't interested in making best friends. That's in the 80s. Right. I'm interested to hurt you. And anything goes. And if you want to moan about it, then fuck off and moan about it. I'm going to stripe you. I'm going to. So I'm there and that. I'm serving up this person, serving that person. It came out on their thing about, what did it say? The
forums. I don't know. The guy had a few stitches, but he was bragging about it, saying, that was a great day.
Yeah, and it's just like with Millwall. Same with Millwall. They used to call me the Black Zoro.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm talking about serious Black Zoro. He works for British Telecom. And he heard the news. And they said...
Yeah, was it... The black keys with hair like yours and a Burberry coat.
Burberry coat. I'm giving it large. Waving about, saying the Black Zorro.
Don't step foot into Bermondsey again.
Yeah, because that's what I took it serious.
I love that, the Black Zorro. We're going to put that on the...
And I'm serious. It was like that. Listen, serving somebody up. Only in football, don't get me wrong, I wasn't in private life, I didn't do it. But I took it serious. Like I'm a gladiator. Like we talk about gladiator. That's what I was like. I felt like a gladiator. If I got hurt, so be it. Because, like I said, I ain't hard for nothing. I believe in guerrilla warfare.
Right.
I ain't got time to sit there and have a tear. Have you seen someone who can't fight have a tear up? 2 people have a tear up. It looks stupid, innit? So this is what I done. I'd rather have a talk like we're doing now, sit down, get you nice and comfortable, and sort you out afterwards.
Right.
When you least suspect it. Oh, blah, blah, jump out. You know, the guerrilla warfare, when we're hearing about it. That's what we were. Ambush. Love to ambush.
And when you I was going around striping people, right? Yeah. Did anybody stripe you? Or did you actually, did it ever overspilling or anything more serious where somebody actually got a fucking, because I remember you telling me years ago about the samurai sword thing.
That was a more or less, was it the sound system days with Sugar?
And I think I think you said that there was these like hooligan forums and they were all calling you out on there. But I'll let you tell the story because it did make me laugh.
It was more, well, Peter was more directly because obviously he looked into that. I mean, I wasn't really interested in, but the forums, you know, it's shouting. You say that, you say that, say that. It's mostly a joke. But like I said, when it comes to Palace, and even now, because we make the most noise, we look like it's like an intimidating place in some places because I got the ultras there now and everything else, even though I'm not involved. But we made a name for ourselves. And a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people wouldn't put up their hands. They just wouldn't put up their hands. Because it's like, how can I say it? How can I put it? It's like, oh my God, Palace took you on. It's like a disgrace to some clubs. Where you know, we're ICF. I ain't putting my hands to Palace. But you know what? I don't care if you don't put up your hands. I know you had a tear up and you lost. Whether you like it or not, that's the way it was. So, you know, not just me, a couple of others, you know, lieutenants and the leader, we fought like that. We wanted to take it to that level. I mean, first, we had Southcore and we had the Whitehorse Boys, you had the Nifty 50, and then we got serious to have the Dirty 30. And most of them went hard, but they're fucking game. They're fucking game bunch of lads. And it came a family unit. It came our way of life, you know what I mean? We knew what to do, we knew what we had to do, and it came out of football like most crews.
And out of the crews that you had a tear up with, who would you put in the top 3?
The Zulus, Portsmouth 657 crew, from me in the front, Middlesbrough front line.
Wow.
And then you had the Naughty 40. But we did, you know, come across who's what, men against boys, when we tried to take on Stoke. And it was men against boys. They showed us who was who.
Right.
We got absolutely pulverised. We just knew we're out of our depth. But that was us. That's how we were. That's what we done. And do you know, if it wasn't for me, us getting sentenced and 18 of us going down from the firm over that stupid muggy club charting, and I'm going to put this on record now. On the camera, it shows like we were attacking innocent victims and all that. Maybe so. But here's the view. It's gone. Just Paddy versus Charn. Their main firm's calling up. And I ain't justifying this. I'm really tanked up. Like I got home from a rave, doing a rave. Got the phone call, and my mind was saying, I mean, come on, we need you. Got down to our local place. Straight line. Yeah, I'm up for this. I'm tired as well. So we go up to Signum. We're meeting them, going to meet their main firm. We're travelling this way. So it's going to go off. Train pulls up. It's all charting, singing. It's a recipe for disaster. We're tanked up. We're game. They're giving it all that. The train doors open. It wasn't their firm. So obviously, you know what I mean, the stupid guy got involved. Gave the police the opportunity to give us what they were looking for years, chasing us. And they got it all on camera. And we all got birded off. How many of us? How many? 14?
19.
19 of us got birded off for a stupid incident for that. It wasn't even a main firm. And people go, oh, you're picking on... No, it wasn't. I mean, if you saw something coming, the main your rivals, and they're singing, it stops, and we're going to meet their main boys, and the train was open, and they're giving it the large, someone's going to get a slap. It wasn't their boys, but it caught on camera. But it had to happen with me, because I was a raving lunatic then. I was on like, what drug you know it, I was on it. I was gone. I was a lost soul.
And how long did you actually get for that?
4 years.
Wow. And what was the actual charges?
It was violent disorder. And at the time, it's kind of degraded now, but at the time it's one down from writing.
Right.
So it is a custodial sentence. Not now, you can't do it. I'm not sure now. I heard people in charge of violent disorder and getting community service or suspended sentences. But at that time, it's coming on. They were coming down on it. It was rising again during that time, the early 90s. I mean, the late 90s. But so when we got the violent disorder, yeah, we all got birded off.
And when you went into jail, was that the first time you went to jail?
The second time that was.
So what was the first time?
That was intense supply and possession.
Right, okay. So you was
Shifted
a
bit of Dreamscape. That was.
Yeah, same thing as well. One security guard, I was like being greedy because look, I've been wrapped around in drug game for a long time, and we had our own personal firm as well. So I had a football firm, we had our own personal firm.
Right.
So we used to go down to Brighton, and we served at the Brighton boys. You know, serving up big lumps of like work. So you know, during the time when I'm just like getting to my career, trying to get my career off.
So doing like a timeline, you obviously got into the footballing stuff.
Always in the football, yeah.
You obviously got into the drugs game. Mm-hmm. Was you in the rave scene then, or was you doing the drugs before the rave scene?
Both.
Right.
Yeah, we was going to the raves.
Going to the raves, yeah. At the early stage, we were going to raves, selling pills, doing that, making bag loads of money. I think one time we had some, we made up some pills out of speed and we went to...
was Pete the chemist? Was he the geezer?
He was sort of the chemist. He's always in the background. He's not a little brains. He was a brains, but he never really wanted to get involved. I never, because it was something to me. He's my boy. He's my brother. So how much I can keep him safe, I would. Plus, you know what I mean? He didn't need to do that. He didn't need to get involved because he was a brains. So... You know, when we were making money, we met another guy down in Brighton, quite a few little lads, and we were making money. We were making some good money, and we went to a rave, I think Brighton Centre, and we had to cut about how much? I don't know, 4 grand, 4, 5, 6, 7 grand.
What, in one night?
Yeah, I mean, we were ripping off people as well. I mean, we're talking about Portsmouth guys. We like ripped off, they came up for a deal for about 2.5 keys. And we ripped them off. So the phones are going off. But they got a bit lemon. So we said, all right, we put our hands up, we done you, so what? So I said, we said, F that, we come down to you. We come to you. No. So before we got that, they kidnapped one of our boys. And then we weren't looking for them and said, we weren't looking for that happened. So we was in a rave. And 2 big DJs were playing at the time. Massive DJs, good friends of ours.
Yeah, I know.
And it came out, one fronted Pete and everything else and gave him a dig.
Right.
It's the wrong thing he done. I'm talking about pulverised them. Everything, they were dead. Either dead or they had serious injuries. The whole place stopped. I mean, CS gas, knives, bottles. I remember one incident, the guy was out. I was so infuriated because he got hurt and everything else. I was bang, 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 fucking, just like what you say. Ping! Dan. Because that's what I was like. We were even known for it.
There was no off switch.
No, with me, there's no off switch. Listen, like I said, if I have to, there's no off switch with me. It's either 6'6" myself, 25 years, or I'm dead. That's it with me. If I have to. I'm not going to say I'm going to win. No. But that's what I'll deliver.
Right.
You're gonna know you win something. But here's the thing. And I'm being serious here. Don't think it's over when it happens. It's over when I say it's over. Because I'm guerrilla warfare. Doesn't matter if I get hurt. Doesn't matter what I do. If I'm not dead, I'm coming. I'm always going to come. And the reason why I think that now, my queen's gone. The queen of my life's gone. I've got no kids. I've got a family. So it's just me, myself, and I. So I say to anybody, leave me the fuck alone. Because I'm not interested. Because I'll take it there.
Do you know when you do your guerrilla warfare?
Yeah.
When you jump out on them, do you sort of say, "Here's Fluxy"?
I say, "Hiya!"
Oh, me!
Yeah, the guy I sing it. I give you a kiss. Yeah, I can't just, oh, darling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ciao, Bella.
Yeah.
But for me, obviously, I knew you obviously as an MC, and we were always mates, and obviously you was their resident MC, One Nation. But what I find fascinating, and obviously I only found out about your dark side when we met up and you gave me that book, and that's when I was just like, he's a fucking dark horse, you know what I mean? I thought he was just this nice little fella who used to come up at MC, and you know.
Well, you don't promote if you got a background, you don't promote it.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people they try this bullying thing. I mean, there's a lot of bullies out there. When they say I got a gun, I got this, and make sure to shout. I wouldn't shout. I need to shout. Like, we go to prison. Very quickly, I learned when people shout, I know you're not serious.
right.
You're not serious. So I'm not saying that all of people, majority of people, they're not serious. They're not serious.
So if anybody shouts at you, that's a good bit of advice.
It is.
Take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
But make sure that they're not standing very close to you. So
yeah. Listen, it's not all. It's not everybody, but most majority, I'll say a good 70%. The 30% is wild. They're mad. They're shouting or they're quiet. You're gonna get it. But there's a lot of them knowing that it's like that. Hold me back. You know that. Hold me back. Hold me back. Yeah. They're not serious. Learned that in prison quickly. Learned that in my adolescence very quickly.
So obviously you were going around doing this, going back to that story where you ripped off that drug dealer, and obviously then they put it on you and then you dealt with it.
Yeah.
What happened with the fella that they kidnapped? Did they have him like tied up somewhere?
Oh, we had to cut him off, sort of thing. Yeah, he got really kidnapped. They really went to work on him.
Wow.
But he was part of it, so
they found out he was bragging about it before it happened, and that's when they knew it was him.
Yeah, so
loose links sink ships.
Yeah. I mean, talk about we had flare gun, Ammon swords, knives, everything you name it.
But when they kidnapped him, what was their thing? You know, if you don't give us the
names, money
right,
back,
right.
where we were, and everything else. So, you know, when you get kidnapped, you get tortured, I guess you give everything up.
Right. Did he give everyone up?
Well, we didn't have time. We said, we heard the name, we were kidnapped. We said, we're coming down.
Right.
Got a team together very quickly. Went straight down there. Vans, everything. Goes, well, where are you? Nothing came of it. they knew we were serious. They knew they were saying, shit, this firm they're more serious than we thought.
So with the drug stuff and the dealing, how long did you have before you actually got nicked? Did you have a couple of years or?
First time round, no, I got a touch. That's because I got the mitigation was from like BBC, a guy called Rob Playford from Moving Shadow. So the judge at that time said, I got something for me. So I'm going to give you a really good slap on the hand. And it was. I should have got 4 to 5. Do you know what I got? I got 3 months each concurrent. So it just ran into 3 months.
And what was that for? That was for the
intent to supply.
Wow, so you did have a touch,
Yeah, it wasn't a touch. It was like a kiss. Like the judge went, I love you. And I mean, I really love you. Come here. It was like one of them ones. It was like, or probably I was like grassing up people going, I'll give you some name. It was a touch.
Right.
Because he knew that the probation reports and everything else, that he's one of them judges said, you can do something with your life. Same again with the last one I done. I'll get to that later. So yeah, I got a touch. But he didn't bother. He wasn't a deterrent to me. He still come up to the same thing, still done the same thing, still soliciting the same things. And even, see how crazy I was going. See how I'm at minds. So I'm a raving drug addict. I'm moving like Jimi Hendrix. Just imagine Jimi Hendrix, if you hear it.
But you was doing that and selling it and
taking
going out
it,
partying.
Yeah, you know, it's like Jimi Hendrix, just like that. And when things got a bit low with cash, because I wasn't short, but when it got low, I was so up for it. I could really do things. Started to do security vans. And it sounds true. Done free.
That was like what they used to call them going on the pavement, didn't they?
Basically. I mean, once, a couple of times I needed the money, one was for fun. Because I could.
I love that.
I mean, you're talking about...
What should we do today? Do you know what? I want to have a fucking proper laugh. Yeah. Let's go and do some more robberies.
Yeah. It was straight like that. But even Peter will validate this, and he won't even lie, because it was just straight like that. The first time round was 20 grand. Second time round was like 30. Last time round was a touch. Right. Proper touch.
But
we had...
and we're talking about the 80s, right?
No, we're talking about 90s.
Oh, the 90s, right? So if you
2000s,
right? So if you look at that money then, that money now is a lot, but back then it was like fucking life changing.
Yeah, of course. It was just one of those things. It could be done. Let's do it. I was game. I was just game. Do you know what I mean? I had no deterrent. Because that's the way I used to think. And probably still can if I don't get lid on things, but I don't live that way at the moment. But I'm just stupid like that.
Well, you're 57, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I ain't still
you're calming down now.
Yeah, I still haven't learned. I don't know what it's like to say the buck stops at you or be a mentor and everything else. That doesn't matter. But I don't know what it's like the buck stops at you. You got kids. You got to look after things. I've got a lot of growing up to do.
Right.
And I'm still trying to grow up. And that's the weirdest thing. I'm still trying to grow up. At 57, I should know fucking better.
You're a child trapped in a man's body.
Yeah, and that's what I am. I mean, I still got my best mate here telling me, like, get your coat on properly. You know what I mean? Because, for love and for honour, but he knows if I don't concentrate, I can be distracted very quickly. And, that's the most loveliest thing to have a mate to worry about like that. That's why I owe this guy everything. Do you know what I mean?
So he's basically like your carer.
Yeah, he's caring the community.
Basically.
So when you had that sort of 7 years of like mad drug addiction, and I take, was you doing everything, or was there anything that you didn't do?
Crack, coke, weed, vitamin drug, anything.
Right. I mean, was there ever a minute when you, in that 7 year period, when you was just like, I need to fucking stop this, or was you just having such a good time you just didn't want to stop?
I didn't even fucking know what was going on half the time. It was madness.
Prison stopped him.
And what stopped me was, the last sentence I had my offending officer, William Barrett, who just wouldn't lay off me. He saw my probation reports and he come up to me and goes, Carl Thomas. I went, yeah. He goes, what words with you? I went, All right, fuck it. What do you want? He goes, are you an idiot? Because I think you're an idiot. I think you're an idiot. I went, sorry, sir? He goes, you have all this and you're here for football at your age. I'm 40 this time, all right, I'm 40. He goes, look what you can achieve. He went, come over here. What? Took me over the banister. He went, look down. I went, yeah. He goes, I can tell you which one of these people are coming back. He's coming back. Because I've been doing this for over 20 years, nearly 30 years, sorry. But you can do something back. And I went, what do you mean? He goes, you've been around the world. You've been through an experience. You come from good stock. You know, just think music, what you're doing, might be dead, might be alive, but look for something else. Goes like what? Goes, help. Use a deterrent. They need more people like you to be an inspiration and to learn that. So the people say, this, you can do that, and they haven't been through it, but you have. I was, really? Shit. And then I was still corresponding with Peter, hence why the book got written, because I knew that my life was chaos.
And that's the book, that's called Dirty, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There is going to be a link in the description below.
Yeah.
So people can actually read the whole story, because obviously we're not going to be able to cover the whole book, but we can cover bits of it.
Absolutely, and please get it, and we'll send you the link after the interview. But and I did. I listened to him, and he wouldn't leave me alone for 2 years. And then, you know, I came out. Do you know when you get radicalized? Like I'm ready to be, I'm a terrorist. Unfortunately, sorry to put it that way. Like I'm just ready to be a bomber or something. I just radicalized. I just like, yeah, just like, yeah, I want to be a mentor. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be good. I want to change my name, right? As well. Went back to like everybody knew me as Rodney. I'm Carl now. I'm Carl. Don't call me Rodney. Right. I'm Carl.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you about that, because I always used to call you Rodders, didn't I? And I didn't know, but that was. So literally, you decided you didn't want to be Rodney anymore, and that helped you deal with the drug addiction. That helped you sort of go on a different path.
Yeah. In so as it kept me abstaining for a long period and everything else. And the way I thought, the way I got to even go to university to do the courses, to become a mentor, to do all these things, to battle.
So you've got a degree now.
I won't say a degree, I just said pass the course.
That's all right. No, listen, mate, pass the course at uni.
Yeah, I mean, I had my my probation, a woman who's my mentor, she works for Liverpool Probation, who trained me, who's my mentor, just helped me switch. I just came out with a vision in my head. And my marriage fell very quickly, and I went to Liverpool straight not too long after that. With the head on my head, I'm thinking, I'm this dream geezer who can change the world, thinking I could change the world, becoming arrogant in that way, confident, but mixing up with arrogance, thinking I can do all these things. I learned very quickly that, well, I'm nearly back where I am, but it worked for me. Imagine like everybody knows you as one person, and I'm in my head, I'm thinking I'm another person. And there's another reason why I'm going to say this, because I'm going to touch on it, because I suffer from mental health.
Right.
I'm bipolar, and I got personality disorder. Hence why, even in relationships, women have said they don't know who they're dealing with. Are they dealing with MC Flux? Are they dealing with Rodney? Are they dealing with fucking Carl? Sort of in previous relationships now, what I'm in, trying to understand me. I don't even understand myself. So I guess coming on here as well, I want to talk a little bit about mental health. So a lot of people don't think how serious mental health is.
No, I think it's very important. Really
a
important.
lot of men are losing their lives at an alarming rate right now. And I have to take my tablets, lithium. And I take a lot of things which would knock people out. Affects your vision, your slowness, your thing. There's loads of things. But it helps me. And there's a lot, even family members think, it's just a name, it's just a terminology, mental health. Nah, it's serious. One day you could be here and the next day you can't be. I've been sectioned. Do you know what I mean? I tried to take my life 3 times.
Was that because you was on drugs, or was that afterwards?
That's just me thinking mad. Hearing voices.
What was the voices saying? Just telling you?
I remember there's Rodney saying, "Come on, be with me." The first time, yeah, come on, what are you doing? You know, you don't want to be in this world. Be in this other world. You chicken shit. You chicken shit. You chicken shit. You don't want to do it, do you? You're not the person you are. Come join me. And I think I want to join you. I want to join you. And I think the first time I'd done it was I'd cry for help. The second time I'd done it, my friend from Liverpool named Amanda Parker, she had me that. I said, look, I love you. Goodbye. And they burst through my flat. And I woke up in hospital with all drips in my hand and everything else.
Well, what was you just taking overdose?
Yeah. So Peter had to come and, collect me when I got released. And the sectioning happened again. By this time, they wouldn't let me go. It was like, no, you're not safe. We're not going to leave you on there. Set me up so they could call the ambulance, had police come around just in case, and actually refused. I couldn't. I was like, my civil liberties were taken away from me. I was going to that section, the end of story. I was going. And I was under there. And I'm still up to now, I'm under a suspended 28-day sectioning because of the tablets I take. If I push it too far, my civil liberty is gone. Understandable, so be it. But taking your life and want to take in your life and thinking about it and having them voices in your head, at the moment, nothing's there. I'm cool. Nothing to be about. But it's quite serious. It's really serious.
I mean, you know, one of the, you know, there's been quite a few people that I know well, and people around them that have sort of taken their lives just this year. And when you talk to anyone about it, people that obviously don't suffer, don't understand it. They just go, "Why? You know, why didn't they reach out? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Have I done something wrong?" And everyone sort of plays that question in blaming themselves game. But I think somebody said something to me which was pretty profound, and they said, if anybody actually does it, when they do it, it makes perfect sense to them.
Yeah.
Right at that time. And they're actually in a happy place. And for anybody that has lost a loved one for that, it's fucked up to even try and get your head around that.
Yeah.
But the actual side where people are hearing fucking voices and they have had some sort of proper like breakdown, whether it's mentally, whether it's spiritually, whether it's physically, whether it's all three. You know, if somebody's hearing a voice and it is literally like we're talking now, saying fucking do it, and you're like sitting in your house on your own, or you're walking down the road, you know, and you throw yourself off a fucking bridge. I mean, you know, there isn't really any way that you can prevent that from happening. But I mean, because you've suffered with it and you've been through it, what advice would you give to anybody that is either suffering from it or, I mean, because if you haven't ever heard of a voice, people just sort of laugh it off and go, "Oh, you know, you're mad." But I mean, what would you say, having gone through that got you through it?
Well, the first thing, excuse me, I would say is reach out. And it's always that first thing they say, a problem shared is a problem half. So you're halving 50% off wanting to do something detrimental to yourself. Speaking, use the Samaritans. I use them still up to now.
Right.
If I'm in a dark place, and I have recently, I will speak to the Samaritan. There's some people, you know, your partner who, you know, you can do, that helps. But sometimes they may have too much pressure on themselves because they're dealing with their other issues. And my issues may be detrimental to their issues. Reaching out to my best mate sometimes and getting advice. But it's about reaching out. And I'm glad we don't have gun laws. We have gun laws in this country because if we did, and I had one, yeah, I wouldn't be here. That's 100%. 100%. It's quick and easy. It's quick. I would have done it. I'm telling you now, my mum's grave. Sorry, Mum. I would have done it. Taking tablets. Well, there was a time I was walking up to a thing up in Liverpool called Wayward Tree Technology Bridge, and I was thinking about it. I got to the bridge, and forever, whatever, I think it was my mum reached out, stopped me, and I didn't do it. Felt like stepping out in front of that bus quickly, or a truck. That's gone through my head. But I have got strong medication. I'm thinking, well, that'll do. It wasn't the cows. I was just thinking all these scenarios where I can. there's only one incident I can help where people want to see where people are. If you're into sport, I remember there's a Welsh manager, ex-World called Gary Speed.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him on Football Focus. Everything was fine. No, nothing. Just like we're having an interview now. You're doing your sweep. And the next minute, you see he's taking his life. He's hanged himself. But 3 years ago, he's sweet. That's where how quick we can switch. So it's always reaching out. Don't be scared to reach out. Don't be scared to put your hands up thinking, I'm suffering here. Don't feel embarrassed to say, I need help. Because it's all right. I mean, fucking hell, when a superstar does it, everybody's like clapping their hands saying, well, how brave they are. When someone normal in the world like myself, or even though I've done the drum and bass, doesn't really matter, thing, I'm just a normal guy. It's like, oh, mad idiot, fool. Nah, I bet he's making it up. That ain't serious. It's fucking serious, mate. Mental health is serious as cancer.
What do you think caused your? Do you think that 7 years of obviously all the drug abuse? Do you think that contributed?
Yeah, absolutely. Soliciting. Some of it's got to do with my mum. My mum was everything to me. And I was mad at her for a long time. Probably too mad. You know, my flat's like a shrine. And I take some things down. I put her as a shrine. The amount of times I argued with her. Because she was my go-between person. She would protect me. No matter what I done, you couldn't say nothing bad about me without my mum. My mum loved me. Like I said, my mum loved me and loved her. That's it. I ain't going to try and dress it up, leave it as it is. That's what it was. And I didn't have that protection. I didn't have that unconditional love. I got a child, so I got to look after. So I don't know what that feeling is. I lost the only person to me who would have had my back for anything. And then being in Liverpool as well, isolating myself is not helping. Lapsing wasn't helping. And just going back into the old ways of just naturally lying.
Because I think one of the things you said, like when you obviously lost your mum, when things like this happen, people, if you've had a problem before where you've been drinking or you've been taking drugs or you've done what's deemed as bad behaviour, you end up sort of, that's a trigger for it. Do you know what I mean? So you drown yourself in that to try and take away the pain. So
yeah,
but then obviously it doesn't help. It makes it worse. But
no, it doesn't. It's self-pity. A lot to do with being a coward, not taking responsibility, living in your own bubble, believing your words is true, thinking that you're fooling people and you're not. I mean, I gotta talk to my mate about something what's been going on for a thing, because you're not fooling people. So then recently, I'm just finding that again. I'm coming out of my bubble, thinking, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just living in my own world again, trying to think, I'm not fooling them. They will talk to me when they want to, and I'm pushing people away again. And that's the position you are when you lock yourself off. And when I don't take my medication either, or anything else, it's a really vicious circle. I'm coming out of character. Remember, I got stuff from personality disorder, paranoid schizophrenic. I mean, I take some hardcore drugs, and I don't learn when to take it, when not to take it, when not to mix it, when not. And I'm just living in that bubble again. It's hard for me, and I'm a tough bloke. So I like to take a lot in my brain, but to a person who does not think so hard, it's they have to reach out. You've got to.
I think one of the good things from what we've said is you're aware of it. And you're having them conversations with yourself where you're literally realising what you're doing and then putting yourself back on track, and so that's great that it's happened.
I think when people, like I said, you can't kid a kiddo, you can't kid people. It's when they choose to say, I need to speak to you about something, because I think it's the right time. And I guess when you have someone close who challenged you in that way, you kind of like realise where you're going. It's about being that self-honest again, about being man enough to say, this is what I'm going through. And I'm struggling. And I don't know how to deal with it. I need help. I don't mean to hurt you. I don't mean to lie. I'm just struggling. I'm on my own, and I can lay in all the excuses, but it's true. I am struggling. It's all good and well when you have a good nights, bad nights. And I guess a lot of it as well, losing good friends as well. I mean, being on here and, you know, I've got to like good eucalyptus of people which I pushed away. And there's only recently I thought about thinking, I added that fuel to that fire. It can't be just coincidental why that it's done. I'm doing something what's not good for myself or good for them. And I don't want to be that guy. Because I know my heart's good. I know I'm fucking hard work. I mean, people tell you. I know it. It's not because I want to be. I just guess it's part of my DNA. I'd always be that young, charismatic, loud, not thinking properly guy. I'd always probably be like, that's okay, I can deal with that. But I don't want to be known that I can't be trusted or I'm a bad guy, because I'm not. If you really get to know me, I'm all right, you know. I'm all right. I'm actually all right. I'm not just bouncing and saying that, deflecting. I'm all right. Just don't cross me in that different way, otherwise, because I can come that person that I don't want to be. It's not like I'm a big name, like a gangster. I'm just a warrior. I'm just one of them back, you know, them gang behind. A private who's a warrior, like Saving Private Ryan. That's me. You know what I mean? I'm just a warrior. You know what I mean?
And going back from what we were discussing to when you was obviously selling drugs. You obviously had that little period of time in jail. But when did you actually decide that you was going to be an MC?
Oh, yeah, correct.
Because we haven't really talked about that. And obviously, I need to know where the name MC Flux comes from.
Well, it's funny enough, coincidental. The guy's here. Like next
I was the main MC, Spongy Irie.
Yeah, he was the
sound system.
Spongy Irie, big up.
Yeah, so we had a sound system, and we had a sound called Young Senator, and we had a main MC who was really quite good. I was like the selector. I should have been the DJ. Right. His name was Spongy Irie, a.k.a. Pete Nice.
So when he goes, yes, my selector, he's talking to you.
Well, one of my lyrics, like, my selector good, my selector wise, that's Pete Nice's lyric from back in the day. And I'm known for that as one of my...
you're paying him royalties.
Yeah, basically. So we was at... say the word. Slammers. In Gravesend. And... Jumping Jack Frost was playing. So, you know, he asked me for, we was like, I go, no, before then, I was thinking of, Pete, you're going to pick up the mic? I think, he goes, I'm not interested. I went, yes, the best day, because he was a very, very, very good MC. I went, yes, I need attention. I'm going to try and do this. So I went over and he asked me, yo, you got Rizla. I went, no, you got a mic? And that, so the mic was there, and I'm just doing what I'm doing, copying Pete Nicey's style to my all over, well, trying to remember, I'm still chatting shit, but I'm copying his style.
Right.
And it took off from there. It actually went down all right, and then took it on to Brighton, went down to Brighton, at the time soliciting drugs, doing all the fucking movements, you know, dealing with all the warlords down there. But there was raves going on.
But where did the Flux come from?
Well, most people get given their name. I named myself. They used to call me the Slickster at school, and they used to call me Puffin. I wasn't gonna have that. I wanted
MC
to have
Puffin.
And they had a name called Zookback Screwamanga that I would Zookback Screwamanga that, because I had wet looking at it like Zookback. I said, I'm not taking that.
Right.
And he goes, I remember somebody saying, you sleep like Flux. I remember that thinking, I don't call myself Flux.
Wicked.
And that was it. So it wasn't like given, most people get given, I gave myself, because the nicknames I had, I like. And I wasn't going to go with it.
I was the same. I didn't like being called Turbo Terry. But that was from the breakdancing days. You know? But when did our paths cross? Was it at a rave, or did I book you? I'm trying to remember.
No, our paths crossed when you were doing your flying.
Right, giving that flies, yeah.
I remember, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you was the Internati crew then. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
And I just remember this loud, arrogant guy who used to shout as loud than anybody else who was doing the flyers, and that was you.
Really?
Yeah, and you're just confident, but you're cocky. It was then. You stood out. You stood out. Trust me.
It was a red jacket, mate.
Red jacket, your voice, yeah, but you're confident. And a lot of, it's true, I'm black, am I? Yeah, yeah. Black people like white guys who are confident, especially in their black environment. And you were. You're confident in your surroundings. And you interest me. And as soon as you've done Raves, we got talking very quickly, because I'm attracted to that. So the confident, and then I found that, yeah. I say it with a mic. MC Freddie's.
I knew you was going to bring it up. I've been waiting, it's took you a little bit of time, but we got there, do you know what I mean?
The people, my God. I mean, if you ever knew this guy, we got to
bring him back, haven't we?
You've got to, come on. You're too well known. Come on, you got to.
Do you know something? Do you know where there's an old saying, quit while you're ahead? You know what I mean? When I was doing it, I was in my own little world. I used to give out flyers, sell tickets, and I used to do a little bit of MCing.
So
but it was a hobby. I was never ever going to be, doing songs. Or
so why did you do it?
I just, do you know what it was? It
Attention?
was like no. I tell you what it was. I was in a rave, and I don't know if it was Chalky White or it was somebody like that, and they were literally just like, make some noise, whistle crew, put your hands up in the air.
That's true.
And I thought, I can do that. It's fucking easy, right? But then obviously, I did it for a little while, but then obviously the lyrical dons come in and we're like singing and dancing and rapping and spitting. And I'm like, I can't do this. Do you know what I mean? I'm like I'm like the team over Vanilla Ice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can say all the white, and it's funny, but you still go MCing. Anybody gets on the mic, you're brave. Not anybody can do it, and you've done it. No matter what was around you. So I look at you as this, Charles. You've done that. Very successful promoter. I'm not even saying this, and I don't fucking say this because I'm by out someone's ass. I love you as an actor.
Oh, I love you too.
No, seriously. And you're always at the forefront of something. So you got attitude. You're confident. So I guess I know where you're coming from because I'm that way as well. And look at now, I'm doing the Tourist Connection. I mean,
we're having it large, isn't we? Reunited.
There you go. I guess that I think you know what it's like to be me because you know the things you have done and tackled. It's whether you know it, you're being good or not.
I think being a promoter at that time did make you into being a paranoid schizophrenic. Because everywhere you looked, there was something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember seeing you with a bulletproof jacket on. I said, "What the fuck's going on there?" It's got a bulletproof jacket on. I mean, yeah, you.
It's because I couldn't get a sex pack, so I just put that on. And everyone used to brush past me and go, "Fuck me, that guy works out." Do you know what I
mean? Yeah.
You've done 2 clubs though as well, yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I was a promoter as well.
Yeah,
I promoted 2 things: Club Extreme and Bang. I know the early days, 1992, where I first met GQ. Well, to be the number 1 MC there is out there.
I thought you was the number 1 MC.
Well, I told him that. I told him personally, fucking betting you out, Gary. So done some promotion as well. I've done everything. Everything I could do for that attention, which I suffer from.
Right.
For that, what is it? No, I wouldn't say that. I would say for that evaluation, that clarity to say, I want to be liked, I'm always there, I'm good at doing this. It's like, I'm going to be controversial there. It's like, you like when you say that, yes, whose is this? Whose is this? It's yours. When you're sorting someone out. Right. I'm that guy. Right. Yeah, it's that clarity to know that you're doing something and you do it good, or your name rings the bell. You know, when you say someone, I always say, make my name ring the bell. And I take it from that film, Troy. There's lots of things I take from films, quotes. And there's that time when the little boy goes to Brad Pitt because he's in bed and they've got a fight. And the little boy goes, oh, the guy, he's so big. I wouldn't want to fight him. And he says that word, that's because no one will remember your name. And I love that. Make your name ring the bell. Do you understand? Remember your name, doesn't matter. People will remember my name. I've done something, so I ain't going to be tight. You will remember my name. And there's another quote where I used to say when I thought I was like, when I changed what I wanted to do, it's a word from The Equalizer, which Peter's put in Dirty, the book. People, when they say that they can't change their lives, you don't know what it's like to live my life. You've never been involved. And he used that line, change your world. And I studied that thinking, what does that mean? Change your world. What does that mean? To me, it's like, do what you need to do to put yourself safe. Like if you have to throw a drug dealer up the alley, walk around. If you have to move from the area and loved ones, do so. Do what you'll need to do to keep yourself safe and change your world, because you can do. So it's just an excuse. Do what you have to do. And I have done that. It's not guaranteed, but it's a start. It's a beginning.
So one thing I wanted to, we've obviously talked about the football. We talked about the that when you got that 4-year prison sentence, when you actually went into jail back then, right? What obviously the last one was like you said, you got away with it really, but this one where you're looking at 4 years, what did you think? Did you walk in and think, I've really fucked up now, or did you just think, I'll do this down in me and it's part of the job?
No, I was still raving at it then. So it didn't really matter to me. I was on
so
my
it didn't
head.
make any difference to you? It was just like, whatever.
It wouldn't. No, not really. I mean, believe it or not, I probably could have beaten the case in certain ways, but I needed to go to jail.
Right. So that really was the medication to get you.
I needed to go to jail.
And when you come out,
yeah,
did you stop the football stuff? Was that like, I'm not doing
I had no choice. I got a banning order, 12-year banning order. So it's not like I had a choice. I couldn't go. I was too well known at Palace. Even if I tried, I would have got.
Right.
You know, they were after us for years. Bang on us as well.
Because I remember you told me a funny story when there was some rival football supporters, and I know you said they called you the Black Zoro, but did they call you any other things as well?
Oh yeah, you black.
No, but there was I'm sure there was there was something that you said that there was in a football form when they were saying, who is this geezer and all that, and it was, I think it was in your book.
Oh, when
he had no teeth.
No, when you had the samurai sword and no teeth or something.
Yeah.
No, that's two separate incidents. One with the samurai sword with Doncaster.
I tell you what, let's talk about those two separate incidents. Then we'll wrap up the football bit.
Because there was one with Doncaster and samurai sword. Yeah, Christ.
Did you have it down your back or what?
Yeah, it was in it thing. It was a short one, not the long ones, but it's like something. Yeah, I just wanted to sort somebody out. I just wanted to show who was who. This is Palace, and I was off my head. This is the time when I'm out of control now. I'm down with spiraling. I mean, this is a time when sometimes I was jacking up. So taking serious. So I'm off my way of thinking was off key, and I'm loving football and I'm loving the violence. I'm looking to. It's like I'm soon enough going to kill somebody. And the person I'm going around with is just as mad as me. And my firm said, we don't want him. We went to meet with Leicester.
Leave him at home, please?
Because he was mad as me. I was mad, I was gone. But my mate, who's just like me, and I'm thinking like him, is crazier than me. To my firm is saying, we can't have him. He's off key. Because we're going for a meet and he's stabbing up the fucking train driver. Do you know what I mean? He's sorting that train driver. He's just absolutely off his head. Do you know, I can't go and say much things, but there's more darker things than that, which I cannot go into, and I can't. But
we only invited you on it, so you went into those fucking dark things.
Well, you know...
I'm joking.
Yeah. That's dark, but this guy I was going around with... And here's the thing. He had right-wing views. Very right-wing views. So right-wing, his dad was like that. But he came round. He still got that, but he came round. I bring him round, but we became best mates. But we had our own views. I used to do it, but we were best mates. We had each other. He was like my bro. We done things. We ride. Do you know when I say ride and die? We ride and died. But he was off key. Oh, he was off key. So there was that incident, and the other incident was, when I was like, I got sorted out. I got knocked out. I got sorted out by some security guards, doing some shopping and everything else. I got jumped, beaten up, knocked all my teeth out. I still didn't get sorted out. Even on raves, I was going out with no mouth in my in my mouth, and I was going football, and I don't know who we played. So they said Reading. Silly, that palace, silly firm, keeping it large and everything else. And I come in down there, sorting them out, and he went in the forum and said that mad black guy with a knife with no teeth on, like caring community. He's a caring community hooligan. You know what I mean? He's got no teeth, no mouth. I
was told as well you'd eaten a pasty and you had flake down your mouth.
Yeah. At the time I was eating a pasty, no teeth. Eating a pasty, knife in my hand, running after someone. So I'm looking like a caring food all around my mouth. Look at that mad cunt.
Who's this crazy fucking homeless person with no teeth trying to fuck?
This guy's got another football forums.
Strike me up.
Yeah.
Just come watch the football.
So it was like that. That was the end, sort of like the ending days when I was just way off key.
And what we got to talk about is some funny rave stories, right? Because it can include me. It could be at my raves, or it could be at someone else's raves. But I'm sure you've seen some funny things in your time, or some madness.
Oh Christ! I think of one. There was like there's two gorgeous birds one time. This is at the early, just about 1990, 91, and me and Pete Nice said, yeah, we'll pick him up. So we went all the way down to East London. Essex. Went all the way to Essex, picked them up. Took them all back to the rave. Thinking, yeah. And we got there, and they just fucked off. Yeah. We're standing there, so it was thing, loads of crack smoking things. We see them hanging out with the servers. No, the elite boys sort of thing, standing there, looking at them, waiting for the time, because we got taken back. So we're waiting there. So me and Peter's doing our thing. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him thinking, what the fuck are we doing here for? With the birds we picked up, we bring them here, got them inside the rave, paid for their drinks, give them what they're giving, and they're standing there just blanking us. We said, what are we muggy cunts? Sitting there, we said, what are we doing? And Pete goes, what are we doing? Leave them. So we just off. So that was one thing that always stand in my head. Probably, what's another one? Oh, mate, where do I start with the internet stories? There's so many. I think it's probably with the Inter when we was in Coventry, and one of the Inter boys had a lot of fake money.
Right.
So the main DJ of the Inter, and if you know Inter, you'll know what I'm talking about. Really dirty. Played, came off, and we was upstairs, and then we saw somebody running for the crowd. One of the Inter boys, it was a security running after him, like that. So one of the DJs went, stupid cunt. I told you not to. I said, what's he doing? He's trying to impress some bird. He's got money. So he's taking fake money to sell money. So he was like, what the fuck is going on here? And it was the funniest thing. And I don't know if you see someone with Natty and it's shaking like that.
Oh, right.
Like Benny Hill.
Inter.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Inter. Yeah, so with you, I mean, I think it's got to be Hastings for me. Oh, mate. Yeah. Just to see you fueled up. I don't know what was up with you. I remember I could speak to you and not speak to you. And I think you was worried about my sake because I don't know if you remember. I mean, there's something happening. And you had your team behind you. And you're like pushing me to the side. Think, not now. Not just now. Something to sort out. And I think you were just sorting out people. And I'm thinking, this fucking kid is crazy. That's when I thought you were crazy because you're just like, every time you were like so serious, I'm thinking, this is another side of him. Is he got alter ego?
I'll be honest with you. Do you know what the problem was with when I started off promoting it? Was really happy, and then it got really dark, and then it was like, okay, you know, that promoter got stabbed to death outside that nightclub. People were like doing drive-by shootings. It got to the point where it wasn't fun anymore. So obviously we had to sort of step things up, and there was zero tolerance, and that's probably why people thought I'd gone a bit crazy. But it wasn't that. It was just like if you give anybody an inch, they take a fucking yard.
Yeah, and that's the way I used to think, especially now. I mean, so much criminality, so much wars and stories I can go into. Even debt collecting. I've done it all. We used to go debt collecting with my mate down to the South Coast, going to the bookies. Even worked for the UDR. Even got. I put it this way: I'm in jail, and you know, I got connections with little white ring political for where they fought. I got raided, armed police. My wife opened the door at the time. They said he's the heir and everything else, not making a connection. And they're actually saying, she actually saying to me, goes, do you know he's black? This is for Combat 18, you know. Connection with Combat 18.
You were an undercover brother, weren't you?
Yeah, goes, do you know he's black? So I had connection of people who had that abuse, even met people who thought like that. I had dealings with people like that. And that's no joke. So there's a lot of things I got my fingers in the pie. I've done the lot. I shouldn't actually be here, mate. I'm not trying to say my name's like high up, like I said, blah, 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 but I've done all these things and not thinking the consequence of what's going on. Because I could. That's it, because I could. Do you know what I mean? And being involved in football for a long time, you meet people with right-wing policies. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in you and stand your ground with me. I don't care what you fucking think. It don't bother me.
Do you know what's interesting, what you said there about, you was obviously from a different viewpoint. And then there's other people that are obviously looking at other things. And I think what's interesting is, if you look at the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and probably, the early 2000s, what happened was, everybody in this country integrated. And there's still people that don't like different people. There's still people that don't like, if you're not the same religion as me, I don't like you and all the rest of it. But the majority of people, it didn't really matter whether you thought you were left, you were middle, you were right, you was Muslim, you was Christian, it didn't matter, right? If that's your beliefs, that's your beliefs. And everybody had their thing where they could say whatever they thought. And if you didn't agree with it, you didn't agree with it, but you didn't really care. But now it's like everybody's offended by everything. And if you're not on my side, you're against me. Do you know what I mean? And it is mad how the world's gone like that. And I don't know whether it's an intentional thing or whether it's a social media thing, because obviously all the shit that was going on in the 90s, right, is happening now. But obviously there was no mobile phones in the 90s where people would film shit. So,
well, I hope you hit the nail on the head. I think it's social media, and I make it as bad as what it is, but it was just going on in our area in the 70s and 80s. The same shit, no different. It's just that you choose to what you believe or what I don't want to believe.
If you'd have sat there with that guy, like the guy that you said was Combat 18,
yeah,
and he was like going on about all this like fucking crazy like far right stuff, and you were just sitting there just going, well, I don't agree with that, mate. But he's not then falling out with you over it. You just go, look, you fucking believe what you want, I'll believe what I want.
Yeah.
But that is like how people get along. But
Yeah.
if you'd have actually started fucking fighting each other, it's just stupid, isn't it? But it feels like the intention is to get everybody to fight everybody if they don't believe in what they believe in.
Yeah.
And it's all bollocks, because the reality is, it's like this podcast. There's people that love it. There's people that fucking hate it. There's people that won't watch it, right? You cannot do anything to make everybody happy. So that's never going to happen. So there's no point fucking hating people, because all it does is bring more hate. There's no point fucking being a troll or being fucking, calling people cunts or whatever online, because it doesn't do anything. It's just a waste of fucking life and energy.
It's like what I used to say. I don't really hate anybody. But like you said, if you hate, there's one thing what happens from there. It turns into resent, and you don't want that to happen. When you start resenting, you're going to get angry with yourself. That's when you, like you said, and it's being said, when you get someone who got political views, or maybe right-wing views, or maybe just a moany...
Is that the left, yeah?
Yeah.
So just to be clear, the right wing are okay with Carl, but the left wing are moany. So
yeah, but the moral of the story, what I'm trying to say, are they ever happy? They're never happy.
They're
never happy.
I mean, the reality is, right?
When you start resenting, that's it. You're never happy. You're moaning at everybody now. You're moaning at the world.
I do want to ask you a question. Define happiness. What is happiness to you?
Happiness is it's in your spirit, how you feel inside. Are you being the best you can be at that day? And that's happiness. To me, that's my opinion. Only my opinion. And that's what people used to say, only my opinion. Well, it is only my opinion.
I actually believe that people should teach happiness and positivity in school. I know it sounds mad, but I think, unfortunately, people wake up and they get out the wrong side of bed, or something happens in their day where they're not having a great day, and they get upset about it. And then they walk around saying, fucking hell, this is shit, this is this, this is that. But then what they're doing is actually attracting more fucking shit. Yeah. And there's loads of people I know who are massively successful. Yeah. And there's loads of people I know who when you talk about happiness, they don't have Ferraris, they don't have 10 million in the bank. They're not multi-millionaires, but they're happy. And I always say, what's your definition of happiness? Because I think that's what everybody is seeking. When people say, I want to be rich because I'll be happy, I want to get a car because I'll be happy. And then when they get it, they go, oh, this car's great. But then it's like, oh, well, actually, I want another car. But I think what you've got to try and do is be happy and grateful for wherever you are, whether it's good or bad. Because if you drive yourself mad every day about not being happy, it's not going to make you happy.
Yeah, well, do you know what I mean? It depends who you're with. Some people are accustomed to a certain way of living. I get that. If you're accustomed to a certain way. And then, like I said, yeah, a little bit of money helps. Money does help.
100%.
It does help. It makes...
Money doesn't buy happiness, but it helps.
But it helps. Oh, come on, mate. It helps. I mean, 100%. That's what I know. But does it bring you happiness? I've had money. We've all had it. And look what it done to me. Maybe I didn't know what I was doing then. I mean, if I had that money now, maybe I'd be feeling
all that money you spent on drugs, you could have had a pension.
I could have had everything. And I had that touch of that good life. Wasn't consistent, no. But you say what happiness is now, just being content. Especially now. I haven't got much now. I'm just being all right. I've got a roof over my head. I've got food on the table. Will I need a lot more? Yeah. Has it been a long time since I've been financial, stable? Yeah, a hell of a long time. But there's a period of time where I was happy. You say, what about now? Well, there's a lot of demons I'm dealing with now and trying to accept that that's me and becoming self-honest with anybody. And again, you'll find happiness. You'll find happiness. And at the moment, as we talk now, even put into words now, I'm finding that happiness and I'm finding myself again. There's a lot of bridges I've got to build up again, but one thing at a time. So you ask me, am I in a good place? Am I happy? Yeah, hell yeah. Am I glad I'm living? Got a lot of demons still dealing with, but just don't fuck with me.
Right. Or the demons come out.
Yeah.
So what sort of plans now, Flux? I mean, have you got some things you're working on or things that you're doing?
Well, yeah. Right about now, these crew expansions, they're building, and they do promotional work with the recording, and also take around to Europe with the brand, and they're called Vibes Recording. It's a guy called Subject 13, and I've got some recording to do with 2 other MCs, one called MC Merge and MC Focus. So we're like a brand. So we're doing that. That's a slow burner, but there's things implicated in there. I would like to get back to my mentoring and everything, which I can, but at the moment with the medication and stuff I take, it's not allowing me to do the job I want to do, because I'm over that limit where it's engaging, where you get tested when you go into prisons, and it won't happen. Plus what I've been through as well, and my mentor says you're not in the quite state to go back into that.
With one thing I wanted to ask you, with the medication you're on, is there like an end result? Like, do you have to take it for a certain amount of time and then hopefully you'll be better, or you got that for life?
It's for life. I mean, it's lithium. I take quetiapine, which is 450 a day. Everybody knows about quetiapine. If I gave you 50, it'd knock you out. I'm on 450 a day, along with diazepam, 10, 5, and thing called duloxetine. So I'm taking 4 different substances to make sure that my head's thinking straight every day. And
how does it actually make you feel? Does it just make you feel calm?
Yeah, because I'm a raving fucking lunatic child. And that's no joke. My mind moves like this. I've got people close to me actually saying they don't know who they're dealing with. Who are you today? Even in my private life. But I've opened up a bit more. I mean, there's times when I'm with certain people, I'm not taking what I should do, because I don't want them to see me like, because that's what it's doing. It pushes you down, stopping mind thinking, slowing down my brain structure, so I'm thinking clear, so my throat process is clear. Because if I don't, I'm paranoid, or I might start hearing voices. And voices is what you hear first. And when you start hearing that, that's when you're in trouble. You can't cut that shit. I got a mental health nurse who's in contact with me every day. If I'm not, they're checking on me. I've got psychiatrists. So it sounds like I'm a raving idiot. I'm not. I'm just maintaining what I've got. But it is that serious. So if I don't, I could go off, yeah. I could quite easily move from one place to another. And a lot of people, really? Yeah, fucking hell, yeah.
Right.
So do I lose out a bit? Yeah, I think I do, because when I start making my bonds with somebody, they say, yeah, it's cool, yeah, bring it on. And then they thinking, do you not understand what you're implicating, what you're signing up for?
Right.
Yeah. And then I suffer with, and it's no one's fault. Can't deal with it. And unfortunately, sometimes it gets me down thinking, I've been open, I'm saying, look, you sure? They probably got all the intention of saying, yeah, we're cool. But it's like, it's too much. So I'm always on the back guard about that, am I ever going to make that connection with somebody who's really going to understand and really prepared to take on what I've got? Because there's a lot. And I'm hard work already. So I'm hard work anyway. No matter what, mental health or not, I'm hard work anyway. Then you put that on top, and they got their own lives. They got this, and they have to look after what they got in front of them and then deal with me. That's a lot of baggage, And I have to accept that and stop moaning about it and say, look, I've got to switch on. As long as I know I'm being the best person I can be and being honest with myself, and the people who love me I'm being honest with, then I'm all right. But if I sway from that, then I wouldn't say it, but it would be like, is Carl, Flux, or Rodney going to be here tomorrow? I don't know. But I'm trying, but at the moment, I'm cool. I'm in a good place.
Do you know what I think's been really good about today? You have been open and honest, and you have shared things that a lot of people probably don't know. And I think sometimes it is good to talk, like Maureen Lipman says. And I think it's, when we, if one person watches this and listens to this, and then they are having these thoughts, hearing these voices, whatever, at least, we'd hope that they would actually pick the phone up to somebody and say, listen, I've got a problem, and then avoid Obviously,
You
going down
got
that
to
dark
pick up the
road.
phone. Like I said, it wasn't too long ago, I phoned the Samaritans regularly. Fantastic organisation. I have. I've got them on speed dial on my phone. And that's no joke. I've got a personal mental health officer who I spoke to coming down today. You know, make sure my prescription's on time. Yeah, but it's normal to me. But it's something dear to me, which I think, if you suffering, you don't have to be mental health. Just speak to somebody. There's no shame in speaking to somebody. You know, Dwayne. I know. Look, you know the seven deadly sins. Pride. I think that's the biggest killer. People got a lot of pride. Pride. Do you know what I mean? Pride. Reach out. And that's what I'm doing now, reaching out. But you got to be honest, man. And that's where I've got it wrong. I'm reaching out, but I'm not. I'm holding back. And I'm putting my own spin on it. It's technically I'm lying, basically. Man, not thinking, oh, it's just a white. It's just that, but it's fucking lie. Come on. Let's call it what it is. I'm black, you're white. You can't be black, I can't be white. Let's call it that. A spade's a spade. And that's where I'm losing focus. That's what it is. That's what I'm doing. And a lot of people, and I've done it thinking, yeah, I know what you're doing, but come on, give it. No, I'm waiting for you, I'm waiting. And then we can reason then. And a lot of people use focus on that. And I guess, speaking for someone with experience, when you lose focus, because you could do 20 things right, you know, 20, 30, that one fucking thing you do, that's what people remember. And if you're categorizing that boy what cries wolf, you know what I mean by that. The day you're saying, nah, man, that ain't me, and you're being, if you got form, who's going to believe you? Because your form speaks for itself. It's like being in court. And you go, well, you're on, no, I'm not like that. Well, you know, I didn't do that. Now they cat goes, well, that's not exactly true, Mr. Thomas, because you brought in your character now. So because you introduce your character, the prosecution is going to go, well, in 2010, you did solicitate in the football and did tell a lie, and that's it. It's your character done.
Right.
So these are the little things I got to remember. Don't kill a kid. Be honest. You try and reach out. And I'll say, as long as you say sorry, look, I fucked up. I'm sorry. As long as I've done that, and I don't feel, at least I can say, look, I've done what I had to do. But you're giving someone an option to say, I'm glad you said you fucked up. Can we bridge this? Can we work this out? You're giving that person an opportunity, thinking, man, I could deal with this now because I know what I'm dealing with now. I've always known it. I've been waiting for it. Now I can deal with it. Then you may get that medieval speech or that story or get told on your bike or too late, but at least you know that thing. And that's, for me personally, I got left to do. And then I'll be back on the straight and narrow.
So is that this year or next year, do you reckon?
Oh, fuck me, never 10 years.
Well, at least you're on a journey. At least you're on the road.
Oh man, my life is always, it's been one big journey. Honestly, I've been on here and never be able to share with you, Terry. It's helped me to release a lot of these things I'm going through. But I'm just giving grateful and love that I'm still here because I shouldn't be. Honestly, what I've done, I've been very, very lucky. Very, very lucky.
You've been very, very naughty as well.
Yeah. No.
I mean, the stuff about the vans I didn't know about. There's quite a few things I didn't know about. But it's good. It's good to hear it all.
I mean, the security van, that was fun. That was fun. That wasn't just wanting the money. It was, one of them was, but that's just fun to me. That was fun, and that's on my mum's grave. That's true. That's been left out the book for a reason, because some of the people I didn't say you got to leave that out.
I think that's the headline for the episode. Carl Thomas says robbing armour vans was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm serious. The crew, the people.
If you didn't get caught for that, did you?
Nah.
I mean, that was lucky.
There was a time when we went football, and it's all up in the papers, local, because it was whatever. And me and these guys looking at who was involved with, looking at each other, going, shit, we're spying with each other. Okay, what the hell was going on? You know what I mean? But yeah.
What made you stop doing that? Was it just, did it get a bit hot, or did you just do a couple and then think to quit while you were ahead?
It was an RAP to somebody involved, and it just stopped there. I can't go too far with names and everything else, but that's the RAP happened, and it stopped. And yeah, it wasn't because it was like, no. There was a chase, and we were lucky because we were on the job, but the car we was in was nicked. So they chased us, and it's funny enough, we would have gone to do it, would have been fucked. And yeah, two of our things got nicked, but we didn't actually get to do the actual what we meant to do. So that kind of put us off, thinking, even though something was fun and made a bit of money, and once we needed, we got to stop this, and it just stopped.
Yeah, because they were giving out long periods of birth for them, weren't they?
I mean, there was a time we went, don't fucking move. I mean, I'm backing off people like that. Come on, give us a fucking box. Give us a fucking box. Get the fucking box. Put it straight in the back of the car, in the die, in the thing, so the alarm don't go off, so it don't explode. Straight back to someone's house. Put it straight into the dryer, like going around, money spinning around like that. Blue day. Because that's what you do. Before, in the old days, not now, you get it, 2 box, back of the car, open it up, into the water box. It stops it doing anything. It disarms everything.
And then you put it in the tumble dryer.
Yeah, it's wet because the money's wet.
I love that. It's a new. That's a whole new. That's a whole new way of talking about money laundering.
Because it's exactly what it was. I didn't think about that. Yeah, it was money
laundering. It just made me
laundering.
laugh. I'm just thinking about it. It's like money laundering in real life.
Going around, thinking, yeah, this is it.
But Carl, honestly, mate, I've really enjoyed having you on. We've had a real laugh today. Gone
Thank
over
you.
some mad shit, and
Yeah, thank you.
but no, thank you so much for coming on.
It's been an honour.
No, it's good to see you, brother. Thanks for sharing all your stories with us, Carl.
Thank you for having me
And
down.
are you doing a dirty too, or are you gonna see what happens?
So we're not going to do a second edition. There's no need to. And the story stops at 2010 when I went to prison. And so everything after that is immaterial, really. Well, I don't know if I'm saying the right word, but yeah, up to 2010, how the chaos of my life. So that's dirty. And you can get dirty on Amazon, amazon.co.uk.
Or if you're lazy, you can just click on the link below.
And if you're lazy, please click on the link above.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Terry Stone Connection. Carl Rodney Thomas, aka MC Flux. What a guest, what a legend, what a crazy story. Lots of things that I didn't even know about him. If you haven't read his book, make sure you get it. The link's below. And make sure you tune in next week where we've got another amazing guest. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment down below, because you don't want Flux sending those short and athletic boys round.